Well, a very good evening to you and welcome to TV47 News Updates. My name is Stanley Iringita. Remember, you can get interactive with us on our social media platforms at TV47KE on Facebook and Twitter. We begin with the first story of the bulletin. Director of Public Prosecutions Nuruddin Haji has assured the country that electoral justice will be enhanced during the August 9th general elections. The DPP was speaking during the launch of a training for more than 200 prosecutors who will prosecute cases emanating from abuse of human rights during and after the polls. The DPP says his office is ready to prosecute any cases expeditiously and will work hand in hand with other government agencies. The office of the ODPP has also launched a toll-free number where citizens can report offences as they occur in real time, as well as report any complaints emanating from the electoral process.
This training forms part of a series of trainings that the ODPP has conducted jointly with the critical players in the electoral justice system across the country with the objective of ensuring free, fair and credible elections. And I have noted that we are going to do simulations and case studies that will allow us to be more prepared on the ground. The only way for us to be able to build resilience is to look at the past and the history that has been there. It is unfortunate that every 5 years we have to face the elections in a manner that is warring, instead of it being a civil duty that we can all undertake peacefully and go home. We always are anticipating violence or something that would go wrong. And because of that, we are here today to ensure that we are well prepared. We have to be able to build resilience out of the experiences that we've gone through.
I think this is a very key training and at a very crucial moment in our country at the moment. We all know that we are all anxious and waiting for the 9th of August, which will be the culmination of the election process, but not the end, because there is also the post-election period, which we always watch out for. As the Kenya National Commission of Human Rights, our rallying call is Haki kwa wote, kila wakati. And we are hoping that even through the election process, haki za watu zitatendeka. So we are hoping that this will be a human rights compliant election process and that rights will not be violated. We undertake to collaborate and use our common synergy to move forward in ensuring that these rights are indeed protected.
Let me reiterate that National Police Service will collaborate with all stakeholders to support the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission during the upcoming election exercise scheduled to be held on 9th of August.
Right, moving on. Western leaders led by Defense Cabinet Secretary Eugene Wamalwa, Kakamega Governor Wycliffe Oparanya and former Speaker Kenneth Marende have urged the Trans Nzoia electorate to reject leaders using abusive and divisive language in their campaigns. The leaders were reacting on the allegations made by DP Ruto on July 12th while addressing a rally in the same county, equating the cabinet secretary to a woman. Wamalwa, on his part, said it's unfortunate for the leaders to use abusive language while seeking votes, calling on the leaders to exercise tolerance and not incite different communities that have lived together peacefully by insulting their leaders. He urged residents to choose wisely and reject leaders who are known for preaching hate and using abusive language.
Jamii zote za Trans Nzoia zitakaa pamoja kama familia moja. Mambo ya uchochezi na kuleta vita vya ukabila sisi hatuwezi kukubali. Ama namna gani? Sisi wote tumeumia, tutainuka pamoja kama jamii moja ya Trans Nzoia. Ama namna gani?
Kura ya mwaka huu tusipige karata. Kura lazima iende kwa azimio. Hii pande ingine ni kuwapotosha. Hii upande ingine kuna uongo mwingi, kuna wizi, kuna ulaghai.
Trans Nzoia ni Kenya ndogo. Usikuje hapa kutusi jamii hii ama jamii ile. Sababu si ninyi ndio mmenizaa hapa Trans Nzoia? Si ninyi ndio mmenilea hapa Trans Nzoia? Si ninyi ndio mmenitairisha hapa Trans Nzoia? Ninyi ndio mmelipa bidi hapa Trans Nzoia. Sasa jamaa, kiongozi kuja kutusi viongozi wenu hapa ni ungwana? Hiyo ndio itafanya mpe kura kweli? Kwa hiyo tarehe 9 mwambie kura zetu haziende kwa watu wa matusi.
Right, and still on the political beat, Azimio la Umoja One Kenya running mate Martha Karua has told off their opponent William Ruto for what he termed being disrespectful to his boss, leading to poor relations. Karua says his boss and Azimio la Umoja One Kenya, Raila Odinga, is focused on bringing change to the country and ensure peaceful cohesion and coexistence if they clinch the next government. Karua spoke during their hug campaign meeting in Kirinyaga while meeting women drawn from the region. She rallied women to support the Azimio la Umoja government, urging them to be the ambassadors of Azimio government by spreading the message of goodwill.
Kirinyaga turi aciari wina ciana wina tucucu ni urandire twakwa bwae we uraroretie TV na nimewashauri kuchagua wale wameonyesha ni viongozi na wanaweza endeleza kazi kulingana na sheria zetu. Watu wenye uadilifu, watu ambao wanaweza aminika, watu wako na heshima. Na ukiwa na heshima na watu utaheshimu mali yao. Watu ambao wako na utu, watu ambao wako na zile tabia sisi wa mama tunawaambia watoto wetu waige. Kwa hivyo nimewaomba wawe ambassadors wa kuuliza kura kila mahali. Nchi haiwezi endelea bila heshima, bila kuaminika, bila utu. Na nchi hii wamama ndio kila kitu. Kwa hivyo mimi mwenyewe namshukuru kinara wangu Raila Amolo Odinga kwa kunipatia hii nafasi ya running mate. Ananijua, ananielewa na anajua iko mahali nitasema mbaya ni mbaya. Lakini hana uoga sababu nia yake ni kufanyia Wakenya nini? Ukiona mtu akichukua Martha kama running mate ujue nia yake ni nzuri. Lakini ni mtu tushafanya kazi na yeye na tunaweza fanya kazi na yeye. Hata kampeni si mnaona tunafanya tu poa. Si kama wengine wako na uoga wa kuwa pamoja.
Right, and we'll definitely be bringing you all the updates from that particular region in our subsequent 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. bulletins. Moving on, independent women candidates from Kiambu have called on the government to beef up security for them during this electioneering period. Led by independent candidate Mary Kirika, the candidates have said that most of them are feeling insecure, competing with their counterparts who are affiliated to political parties that provide their security. She has also urged the IEBC to be more vigilant at polling stations, as many politicians have resulted to voter bribery in the polling stations, something that she claims has ended up giving Kenyans poor and unaccountable leaders.
Security ya independent candidates especially wa mama iangaliwe sana, kwa sababu kule kwingine unaona kama hata tukienda mikutano unapata hawa watu wako na chama iko jia ile wanashikiliwa. Sisi independent tuko Kenyans, we have complied na the law, we have served this country like any other person. Kwa hivyo tunasema wamama wa independent candidates waangaliwe na mambo ya security, mambo ya vile chochote inaendelea. Wewe kama mpiga kura, by the time tufike siku ile unajua yule unaenda kuchagua. Lakini mara ingine nimeona unagojea uje upatiwe pesa, hata unabadilisha yule ulikuwa unaenda kuchagua sababu ya ile pesa umepatiwa siku hiyo. Sijui IEBC itafanya namna gani, kwa sababu mwisho tumeendelea kuwa hata na wale hawajafanya campaign, kwa sababu hiyo siku ameamukia vijana, amewapatia pombe, wameanza kuimba wimbo na ni siku ya uchaguzi. Hiyo si ugwana hata kidogo.
Sexual gender-based survivors of the 2007 post-election violence have amplified their voices to shun the vice ahead of the August 9th polls. Speaking during a meeting organized by the Wangu Kanja Foundation and the Kenya National Commission for Human Rights, The survivors decried stigma from the society and close family members. The survivors, together with human rights activists, are calling on the government to declare SGBV a national disaster and bring the perpetrators to book.
We are also creating awareness where people can actually access, survivors of sexual violence can access quality services because the services are available. The only thing is when we have post-election violence, what happens thereafter? Because most of the time public facilities are shut down. So how do we support survivors to access quality services within that period?
Victims and their families not only suffer from physical harm, but the enduring and devastating effects of emotional and psychological trauma that has destabilized their lives forever. The physical, physiological, and socioeconomic trauma, socioeconomic harm brought by sexual violence is overwhelming.
We all remember that we are still pursuing petition number 122 of 2013, still on the subject matter, and especially for the victims and survivors of the 2007-2008 conflict.